Yeah, it's been a busy month. Obviously we started the season. I think the last time we spoke we're starting going through our first home game here against Aberdeen. Obviously, so we've got through the Premier Sports Cup. Unfortunately we didn't qualify, but I think there was promising signs throughout that from fans and from players, and we really showed a togetherness as a team, and you could really see what the management team were trying to do, which was looking really good. And we've obviously taken that into the league campaign. Our first 3 games, obviously it's always tricky going away to Alloa, and we got a good result there, and then following that with 2 home wins, I think we've made it abundantly clear how important it is as a club to win our home games and make Palmerston a fortress. And I think by coming down here and training as we have and implementing that, and it's obviously shown the benefits of that, the players being used to surroundings and getting involved around the club, and I think we've seen that with different people going out to different businesses and things like that, and really kick-starting our season. That being said as well, we had a lot of injuries that the management team have had to deal with, and to see like Hugh and Ross, Ben Johnson, other young members of the playing squad step up to the plate really does show that togetherness that Peter and the management team are building, and it's been really good to see. And furthermore, obviously the crowd against Annan and the season ticket sales have echoed that, and the support we asked the last time for the support of Dumfries, and Dumfries really came out there for the Annan game, especially with over 2,000 at Palmerston, which was great to see. And it just goes to show what we can achieve as a football club in terms of getting people through the gate. So we echo that and continue that. But the most pleasing thing for us was to see as many young people through the gate. We obviously have Summer Hill as part of our partnership, and that's thanks to Gavin, who obviously cycled Land's End to John O'Groats for the Community Trust, who's allowed 50 children from Summer Hill Community Centre to come along. And then we've got another group within the youth sector coming in with another 50, and then we've got JC, who's Twitter shout-outs, if you will, and his initiative to get businesses to back children's season tickets. We've obviously got over 187 of those in as well, so they're going to go to our new schools project that the Community Trust will pick up on and give out tickets to schools throughout the football season and get children involved. I think it's paramount that the next generation of fans are coming to Palmerston instead of going elsewhere, and making sure that Saturday 3 o'clock means that that's coming to Palmerston with your family, with your young children, and there's something for everybody. And I think performances on the pitch obviously help that, which has been so pleasing so far. Yeah, it's been a busy summer. The Community Trust team have been magnificent. Obviously led by Kieran and Michael have been the lead coaches at home and away camps. We've done away camps at Moffat, Lockerbie, Dalby, Etho and Hill, and then we've obviously run a camp every week in Dumfries, which has been fantastic. It's been over 275 children that have been there for 5 days, and in that 5-day camp they get a Queen of the South home top and a season ticket. So it goes to show that there is a demand for people wanting to be involved with Queen of the South, and overall our individual numbers over the 6-7 weeks of summer were well into the 500s. We're just waiting on a final number of individuals, but it was over the 500 mark, which is tremendous and a great achievement for the strides that the Community Trust taking. That being said as well, the Community Trust are starting to do loads of new and different innovative things. We've got the Doom Gamers that's starting to try and get children out of social isolation that maybe play on the games on their own and put that in a social environment to try and find a pathway into football and using the social skills and the community that football brings. And then we've got loads of plans with a new Dougie Doonhamer coming along, which will be massive. And I think obviously Dougie's was born in 1995, so I think he could probably do with a facelift, so that's coming soon. And I think that Dougie's adventures with literacy and that project's going to really take off. Northwest Community Campus is a school that we work closely with, and their S2s wrote all about Dougie Doonhamer and then went and read those stories to P1s last year. So it's a great initiative that we want to grow along with a lot of them, but it's just a massive thank you to the Community Trust team and all the coaches that have made sure that children have got memories this summer and really enjoyed the time being what is practically a professional footballer. And that goes without saying that the Matty Douglas and Benji Lusant coming in and taking a community role on Thursdays on the day off just is testament to the community feel that the football club's got, and that link between community, first team and the fans, and we're trying to breed fans for the future generations for years to come through all the community work. Commercially, we said we were going to do a lot more events. It's been a key area that we want to target this year. Last year we dabbled in a couple new events. Obviously we pulled in the Player of the Year event, which will happen again this year. It goes a really long way to becoming sustainable and obviously generating revenue from different aspects. It's not fully reliant on the crowd coming through the door, not fully reliant on loads of different things. It's just trying to broaden our revenue streams. That being said, we had our bingo night last Friday at the Cairndale, which was fantastic. We had 100 guests at that, which was a fun-filled evening, and we'll look to run other things like that throughout the year, finding out what's topical and what's going to be a good seller and an event that people are interested in. So we're going to target loads of different demographics with different events, and that's what we want to do. So it's a thank you on that part. And the commercial uptake's been very good around the pitch. I think I spoke about it last time that we'd had a large uptake from recurring businesses that were continuing their level of support, which is fantastic, and it goes to show that people are backing what we're trying to do here. New sponsors are on board, are also fantastic. We've got Eco Clean, we've got Park Construction, we've got Euroroute, we've got Vulture, and many more that have come on board with us, and it's pleasing obviously the financial hardship that everybody's feeling at the moment, that people can still support us and get right behind us. Yeah, elsewhere around the club, a lot of things have been going on. A massive shout out to the volunteers that have been immaculate over the summer, helping us do odd jobs. I think we saw the terracing got cleaned and they came out in numbers. 14 came along and did 2-3 hours in what was horrific conditions, and it just goes to show what we can achieve as we all pull together. I think 14 people doing 2-3 hours, it's about 20, 30, 40 hours worth of work that we'd have to undertake as a club, and we couldn't do that without volunteers. I think we had the Saturday morning clean-ups, we've had flag bearers coming out and tying up flags, and just really taking a hold of what we're trying to do and get behind the club. And I think I've always said that Queen of the South Dumfries is Queen of the South, and one doesn't work without the other. And to see the amount of volunteers come in and just give up the time and not want anything in return, I think what we've put on is a cup of tea and a coffee after, and that's nothing in comparison to what the gratitude we have towards those people that give up the time. Other areas that we've tried to improve, obviously the social media has been really good and been commented on. I think the website from Andy, the revelation that's undertaken in terms of modernisation, player profiles, putting the highlights on, everything much more accessible at the click of a mouse, if you will, is really been pleasing from this point of view, and I think fans will appreciate that the more you see. We've obviously digitalised our programme, as well as keeping a hard copy as well. We're really trying to tick as many boxes as we can and make what we do an offering for everybody. As I say, we're trying to engage to a younger audience, and that's obviously on our social media and things, and then we're trying to engage with our older generation of fans that still want the programme and still want that sort of thing. So it's coming to a compromise that we can improve along the way and modernise what we do while keeping to our traditional stance of a football club. And I think the harder we work off the field, we'll reap the rewards on the field, and we'll reap the rewards of having more people follow the football club. Obviously the football club doesn't run without volunteers, and I'd mentioned the volunteers that turn up on days during the week, helped us with clean-ups, helped the ground staff, helped us all improve them aspects. But the volunteers and the unsung heroes at the football club, your Collins, Frasers, Sandras, Betty, Steve, Andy, Nicholas, Stuart, you've got all the volunteers, obviously Tats, Kev, and everybody that kicks about to make this whole process work, that go under the radar. You've got Malcolm and the digital team as well, and everybody goes under the radar that's doing tremendous stuff at this football club. And I think it's paramount that we highlight the great work that all these people do to make this football club take and go in the right direction. And I think with the support of the volunteers and the support of all of our fans and everyone, we're on something really, really special. So it's just an urge to continue backing what we're trying to do. Obviously there's things we can improve and there's things we'll look to improve, and that's a slow process at times, but it's just sticking behind us and trusting what we do. Yeah, so the update on kit's something we want in early doors. Obviously our shirt draw comes in a bit later, so our sponsors aren't confirmed until a bit later. But unfortunately there was just a hold up at Macron's end with delivery times and dispatch and things like that through no fault of their own or ourselves. But we understand that everybody can get frustrated when they're waiting for things, so it's a massive thank you for being patient and understanding with that. And we're just waiting on the away and the third kit to come in. As you can agree, I think the kit, the third kit we've released within the past month has been brilliant, and to see that community engagement with 1,500 entries and young Finlay coming in and meeting the first team and getting his video and seeing the kit with his name on the back was a special moment, and I hope he doesn't forget that. And I think we all kind of testify what football does and that feeling it can give you where you can't actually quite describe why it makes you feel that great, but it does, and we're hoping that that's a memory you can have for a lifetime, and we will be repeating that this year with young children having the opportunity to design a kit and bring that to life. The manager obviously brought in Jack Hanna as well in the past month, just to strengthen numbers to the squad, and goes to show that continuation of a good relationship with Middlesbrough continues. Obviously the week I think we signed Jack, the week after both Sol Bryn and Isaiah Jones started in the Carabao Cup for Middlesbrough, and it just goes to show the importance of having relationships with clubs like that, and testament to the manager for bringing him along, getting him in the door. So we hope he does really well and continue that good relationship with Middlesbrough.